Settle into your pillow, let your shoulders loosen, and allow your breath to soften the way the world softens at dusk. Tonight, we drift into something older than oceans, older than forests, older than every story humans ever told to make sense of the world. Tonight, we enter the quiet life of the mountain. Not a place you climb, not something you conquer, but a presence, a slow breathing of stone, a being shaped by wind, by rain, by rivers of time. And for a while, you are going to live inside its silence. Take one slow inhale, and as you exhale, imagine the last bits of your day rolling down your body like tiny pebbles. Nothing to hold, nothing to fix, just the weight of the world falling away. The mountain waits for you, still, patient, unchanging, yet shaped by everything around it. Let's begin. Chapter 1: Before Dawn. It starts in darkness, a darkness so soft it feels like velvet pressed against the sky. Where you are, deep inside the mountain's quiet, there is no sense of time, not yet. The air is chilled, still carry the breath of the night. A silver mist rests in the folds of the valley, like a dream the earth hasn't finished having. You can almost feel the mountain beneath you, its spine of stone, its ribs of ancient rock, its heartbeat slow, geological, almost unfathomable. If you could place your palms upon its surface, you might feel nothing at first. But wait, stay, listen with something deeper than your ears. There is a pulse here, a rhythm shaped not by minutes or hours, but by eras. This mountain has watched continents drift. It has endured the crush of glaciers, the heat of ancient suns, the footsteps of creatures long vanished. And yet, here it sits, silent, whole, at peace with time itself. The sky begins to lighten, just barely, a faint blue breath at the horizon, like the first thought of morning forming in the mind of the world. You are inside that thought now, cradled in its calm, held without effort. Nothing rushes here. The mountain would not allow it. Chapter 2: The First Light. Dawn arrives slowly, the way all sacred things arrive. The sun has not risen yet, but its intention is already touching the sky. Pale colors unfurl, soft lavender, dusty rose, the faintest whisper of gold. Light moves differently here. It doesn't flood or dazzle, it seeps gently, lovingly, as though it knows the mountain has waited all night for its warmth. A breeze stirs the needles of old pines. Each tree leans into the morning like a creature stretching after a long sleep. Their scent fills the air, earthy, resinous, grounding. It mixes with cold stone and clean wind, creating a perfume only mountains know how to make. The first rays of sunlight spill across the ridge. They touch the granite, and the mountain glows. Not brightly, but the way an ember glows inside a hearth. Warm from within, steady, ancient. You feel it too, a slow warmth unfurling through your body. Not heat, not intensity, just a gentle reminder. You are allowed to soften. You are allowed to be still. The world is waking, but it is not loud about it. Far below, a river murmurs, not rushing, not roaring, just whispering its way through stone. Water and rock have been talking to each other for millions of years. This conversation is older than language. Tiny particles carried by the current brush against the mountain's base, polishing it grain by grain. A sculpting so slow it becomes almost spiritual. Here, the mountain teaches you something. Changes do not need to be sudden to be powerful. Chapter 3: The Mountain Remembers. By mid morning, the sky is clear, blue like a memory you've always forgotten how to describe. Blue like breath, blue like possibility stretched thin across the air. High above, the mountain's summit cuts into the sky. Not aggressively, but with quiet certainty. From this height, the world below the mountain seems delicate. Rivers bend like silver threads. Forests ripple like dark green fabric. Roads appear as faint scratches made by restless creatures. And yet, the mountain remembers when none of these existed. Not the roads, not the forests, not even the river. Long before your species learned to speak in stories, this mountain was seabed, a floor beneath ancient oceans, where strange soft creatures drifted in warm waters. Then came pressure, unimaginable weight, folding the earth upward, lifting this stone into the sky. The mountain remembers the moment it rose, not with pain, not with violence, but with the deep, slow awakening of becoming something new. It remembers the crush of ice ages, the grinding of glaciers, the roar of molten rock in its belly, the thunder of landslides shaped by storms long forgotten. But the mountain also remembers gentler things. The first time a seed took root in a crack in its surface. The first bird to rest upon its ridge. The first human who looked up and whispered a name. You are part of its memory now. Simply by being here, by listening, by breathing in its stillness. The mountain holds many stories, but it never rushes to tell them. It lets them drift out slowly, like dust motes floating in a sunbeam. Chapter 4, Midday Above the Clouds. The sun reaches its highest point. Its warmth settles on the stone, spreading like a soft blanket. Not harsh, not scorching, just steady, like a friend placing a gentle hand on your shoulder. Clouds gather around the middle of the mountain, forming a white scarf of mist that wraps its slopes in softness. If you stand here long enough, you begin to lose all sense of scale. Clouds below you look like rolling plains of cotton. The sky above feels as close as your own thoughts. The horizon blurs, dissolving into something that resembles eternity. Birds glide through thin air, their wings cutting slow arcs across the sky. Each movement is deliberate, unhurried, as though the two have learned the mountain's pace. The rock beneath your feet hums with sunlight. Stone absorbs warmth differently than living things. It accepts heat without needing to cling to it. It lets go without fear of cold. It trusts that the sun will return. Imagine living with such certainty. Imagine surrendering to cycles instead of resisting them. Imagine letting warmth come and go naturally without grasping. The mountain teaches this too. Everything is a rhythm. Everything has tides. Even rock, even you. The world around you feels suspended in a single long breath. No urgency, no demands, just existence, pure and uncomplicated. For a moment, you feel like part of the sky. Chapter 5, The Slow Afternoon. Afternoon drifts in quietly. Shadows lengthen, reaching slowly across the stone like ink spreading through paper. The air cools just a little. Birdsong softens. Wind turns gentle, as if careful not to disturb your thoughts. This is the time of day when the mountains truly began to dream. Heat rises from the sun-warmed rock in shimmering waves. Pine needles rustle with a sound like distant rain. Tiny insects drift on the air currents, weightless as dust. Everything feels suspended, held in a delicate balance between wakefulness and rest. The mountain has felt this stillness for millions of afternoons. It has watched countless days curve gently toward evening. It has listened to the same wind, learned its moods, felt the same sun trace similar paths across its body. You too are learning its language, a language without words, a language of slowness, patience, surrender, a language spoken through silence. You breathe in, and the mountain breathes with you. Not literally, but in the way everything in nature shares rhythm if you let yourself feel it. Slow in, slow out. Like wind moving through a canyon. For the first time in a long time, your mind stops reaching. You simply are, just like the mountain. Chapter 6. The Approach of Evening. A golden hush settles over the world. Evening does not rush the mountain. It glides, like a soft hand smoothing the wrinkles of the day. Sunlight turns amber, then honey-colored, then deep and warm like embers inside a fire. The sky begins painting itself in shades of peach and rose. Clouds glow from within, each one holding light like a lantern. Far below, long shadows stretch across the valley. Forests turn darker, rivers catch the last rays of sun, shimmering like silver paths. Here on the mountain, the warmth fades slowly. Stone cools and soft sighs. The air becomes crisp, clean, almost sweet. Somewhere nearby, a hawk calls, its cry echoing once, then fading into silence. The mountain listens. It is always listening, not with ears, but with the patient awareness of something that has witnessed more than any living creature ever will. Evening deepens, colors soften. The world grows quieter, as if preparing to slip into a shared dream. And you feel it too, a gentle gathering of stillness, a peaceful descent. Night is coming, not all at once. It arrives the way all tender things do, softly, respectfully, without demand. Chapter 7. Twilight on the Ridge. Twilight is the mountain's favorite moment. It is neither day nor night, but something between. a threshold, a breath held lightly in the air. The sky turns a deep blue, the kind of blue that feels like velvet. Stars appear one by one, as if someone is slowly revealing them just for you. The first star twinkles above the summit. It has been shining for millions of years, but tonight it feels personal, like a companion, a gentle witness. Cool air slides down the slopes, carrying the smell of stone, pine, and distant water. Far below, small pockets of life begin to stir. Owls awaken in the trees. Tiny mammals rustle through underbrush. The mountain is not empty. It is simply quiet enough to hear every subtle movement. Standing here, you feel your body sinking with the rhythm of the land. Your heartbeat slows, your breath softens, your thoughts loosen their grip. Twilight is a teacher. It reminds you that transitions can be gentle, that endings can feel like beginnings, and that slowing down is not a loss of momentum, but a return to yourself. The sky darkens further, shadows merge, softness settles everywhere. And then, as though the world has taken a single long exhale, night arrives. Chapter 8, Nightfall on Ancient Stone. Night on the mountain is not darkness, it is depth. A vast velvety quiet that feels less like absence and more like presence, like the world has wrapped itself in a thick blanket of shadow. The stars scatter themselves across the sky in glittering arcs. Some shine sharp and bright, others pulse gently, like distant heartbeats. The Milky Way stretches overhead, a river of ancient light flowing through the dark. The mountain watches it, all without blinking. Of course it does. It has seen this view millions of times. But familiarity never returns to boredom here. Stone does not tire of beauty. The air grows colder. Every sound becomes crisp and distinct. A distant scream murmurs. Wind sighs through crevices. Occasionally, a small rock shifts, making a soft clicking sound. The earth settling into itself for the night. You sit on a ledge, stone cool beneath your palms. Above you, stars shimmer like thoughts the universe forgot to write down. The mountain feels sturdy beneath you, not just as a physical thing, but as a presence, a silent garden. Its solidity anchors you, its stillness comforts you, its patience invites you to rest. You breathe in, and the cold air clears your mind. You breathe out, and the mountain seems to take your worries into itself, letting them crumble like dust. Here, in the mountain's nighttime embrace, you realize something important. You do not need to move quickly to be moving at all. Sometimes the deepest transformations happen so slowly you only notice them in hindsight. Just like stone, just like mountains. Chapter 9, Midnight. The Mountain Dreams. Midnight comes quietly. The moon rises above the ridge, round, pale, luminous. Its light spills across the stone, turning every surface silver. The mountain glows in this light, like an ancient sculpture carved by stars. Shadows deepen, contours sharpen. The world becomes a monochrome painting, soft and surreal. And this is where the mountain dreams. Not the way humans dream, with images and stories, but with memories. Deep geological memories. It dreams of molten beginnings, of the earth's crust folding upward, of the shock of cold air touching newly risen stone, of the first raindrop that ever fell upon its surface, the first snowfall, the first root that pushed through its cracks. It dreams of creatures that no longer exist, who once walked its slopes, of early humans who sat by its streams, drawing shapes in the dirt, of the countless lives that have come and gone while the mountain remained, observing, holding, enduring. Its dreams are not sad, they are vast, expansive, filled with the patience of something that understands time intimately. You sit beside this dreaming presence, and you feel your own mind loosen, thoughts soften, fears dissolve. What remains is simple awareness, just being, just breathing, just existing in harmony with something older than language. Under the moonlight, you and the mountain are not separate. You are two beings, sharing the same silence. Chapter 10, The Deepest Quiet. Hours pass in a way that feels outside of time. Nights grow even stiller, colder, deeper. Clouds drift across the moon, casting long shadows that move slowly across the stone. The air carries a delicate crispness, not harsh, but refreshing, like the world is inhaling through cool lungs. This is the hour when even the wind rests. Leaves hang motionless. Birds fall silent. Streams slow. The mountain feels heavier now, not with weight, but with presence, with the fullness of its own existence. You lie back against the stone, feeling its solidity cradle you. The rock beneath you is cool and reassuring, a reminder that you are supported, even when everything else in your life feels uncertain. Above you, stars shimmer in whispers of light, some of the photons reaching your eyes right now began their journey before the mountain existed, before Earth had oceans, before life began. You're witnessing ancient messages, light crossing the abyss of time, just to fall gently upon your gaze. The mountain absorbs this starlight. It has been doing so for millions of nights. It wears it like a crown. In this stillness, you feel something shift inside you. A quiet acceptance, a soft release. Here, under this vast sky, nothing feels rushed. Nothing feels demanded. Everything simply is, and that is enough. As you drift deeper into sleep or deeper into rest, know this. You do not have to be unshakable to be strong. You do not have to move quickly to be growing. You do not have to know everything to belong here in this vast and dreaming universe. The mountain accepts you exactly as you are, and in its calm, endless presence, you find the gentlest truth. You too are allowed to rest. Good night, traveler. Sleep deeply, sleep softly, sleep like a stone wrapped in starlight.